Welcome to round 5 of the 2014 European Rally Championship. The SATA Rallye Açores, the first full gravel rally of the season, based in São Miguel, the biggest island of the Azores archipelago. The Azores lie about halfway between Lisbon and New York in the heart of the Atlantic Ocean. 9 islands formed by a series of volcanic eruptions millions of years ago make up this tiny Portuguese enclave. Green retired from his home rally, the Circuit of Ireland, with mechanical issues. He lies 29 points behind the absent SATA Rallye in the championship standings, but Green was second on the Azores last year.
SATA is not here. It's a good weekend for us to take some points, and yeah, it's important now. After a non-finish, we need to try and do our best to get good points.
Dutchman Kevin Abbring is Green's teammate in the Peugeot Rally Academy team. He retired in Greece and Ireland.
Ik hoop dat we de kinderziektes er nou uit hebben. Het is natuurlijk aan de ene kant wel normaal. Het is jammer dat er 2 wedstrijden heeft
So hopefully we'll resolve the teething problems. It's normal to have a few, but it's a shame we had them in 2 rallies. Hopefully we've made a step forward. Polish champion Kaito Kotanovic didn't compete in Ireland. He's 5th in the points, 54 behind leader Lappi.
Plan is to push, be calm. Focused, and of course stay on the road. Yeah, but we'll see. That's rally.
Russian Vasily Gryatsin is 4th in the championship standings. Like Abbring and Kajtanovic, he's competing for the first time here on the Azores. Local hero and reigning Portuguese champion Ricardo Moura is competing for the first time with the Ford Fiesta R5, and he's had only limited testing before the event.
My plan is do a big effort to do a good rally. I think all my team did a great job for us to be in this position now, and I believe we can fight for a podium position again.
The Azores boasts probably the most beautiful rally stage on the planet, Sete Cidades, which teeters around the rim of a long extinct volcano. It's a rugged landscape and a rugged life.
At
the moment, says our local man Pedro, the weather's fine. Pictures on Eurosport will be great. The atmosphere will be fantastic, especially on Sete Cidades.
Principalmente as 7 cidades e nos adoramos o rally.
We'll see you there. Ricardo Moura was born here on the Azores. He lives close to this legendary stage.
Como devem calcular, rally muito importante para mim.
It's really important for me. This is my home rally, of course, and this is the most charismatic stage on the island.
Especial, talvez mais carismática.
The landscape's fantastic. The stage profile is spectacular.
É desafio espetacular, mas especialmente difícil.
There's technical sections. There are straights, some very fast parts, some very slow parts. The stage is really a mixture of everything. Sete Cidades will be run twice on stage 6 and 10 of the first loop of the rally. And we will catch up with that action later in the programme. But first, we'll head to our opening 3 stages. Well, this is Ricardo Moura's first rally at the wheel of his Ford Fiesta R5. He still has a lot to learn about the car. Moura fourth in the overall standings after 3 stages, only 5 seconds adrift of the leader. 2010 Portuguese champion Bernardo Souza's another favourite for victory here on the Azores, but he has to open the road in the first loop, cleaning the loose surface and losing time. Benny is 5th after 3 stages on his 27th birthday, 18.8 seconds behind the leader. Two-time Azores winner Bruno Magalhães is driving the Peugeot that he won his very first rally with back in 2007. He's taken 2 wins in the Azores in 2008 and 2010 with this same Peugeot, which is chassis number 3. And this old lady, Bruno, lies 6th after 3 stages. Kevin Abring hasn't used a 4-wheel drive car in a gravel rally for about 2 years. The Dutch ace is part of the lead group after 3 stages. 3rd place and only 3.5 seconds behind the leader.
Is left don't in slight right. Is left don't and slight right and opens up all 40 metres. Right 11 in 20, left 15. 18. Caution, short slight right, keep it of a crest and 40. Right 20.
Winner of the opening stage, Ireland's Craig Breen. He has the lead after the first 3 stages, but it's only a small advantage.
3 right minus sharp into late, 3 right minus 40. Watch slow, 4 right minus sharp 40. Left tightens to 5 plus 30. Crest and slight left and very deceptive. Right tightens to slow, 3 minus sharp into the crest jump. And slow in 2 left and deceptive late slow, 5 right minus.
Kajtan Kajtanovic is fastest on stage 2 and stage 3, closing in on the Irishman in the lead. He's only 9/10 of a second behind as they head to first service.
80 prosty, z uwagą 5 prawy ciasny, późny zacisk do 4 otwarty, szczytem wąsko ślisko i 50 skanuj szczyt 10, 3 prawy zacisk do 2.
Bardzo kopne te odcinki, bardzo
These stages are on soft gravel, says Kaito. Not easy, pretty demanding, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow's stages. First, I need a good night's sleep.
Dobrze wyspać.
As you've seen in Greece, on the gravel stages, Kaito was really fast as well, so I think it'll be a big fight tomorrow, yeah.
So after a good night's sleep, the crews will be heading for the volcano stage, and the fans will be out in force to await them. The magic moment is near on the Rally of the Azores.
The most beautiful stage in the ERC rally.
In a couple of moments, the first run around the volcanic stage, Sete Cidades. But before that iconic test, first the crews have to tackle stages 4 and 5. So after the short first 3-stage day, day 2, the second part of the first leg of the rally, features 2 runs around this fabulous volcanic crater. But first, Friday morning, the start of stage 4 with Ricardo Moura. Just 5 seconds off the rally lead. And almost before he started, there's disaster. The suspension damaged, Mura is forced to stop.
Left, a slow left, very narrow. We hit a rock on the inside and it broke the arm of the suspension.
Next one into stage 4, Kajtanovic.
20, 30, 3 prawy, szybki, średni. Przechodzi, 4 prawy.
The pole is caught by the very same corner. He tries to repair his car and continues, but he is forced to retire after the stage. Rally leader Craig Breen is held at the start, and eventually the stage is stopped. Anybody who hadn't completed the stage got a notional time, 37.8 seconds, slower than the time of winning stage driver Kevin Abbring, and that's enough to cost Breen the lead. After 5 stages, Abbring leads by 28.9 over Sousa, 29.1 over Breen, and the stage is set for Felicidad's stage 6 of the rally. Time to sit back. Enjoy the action. After stage 8, Breen has jumped to 2nd overall. The Peugeot Ace is fastest on the next stage as well, beating Abbring by 4 seconds. The gap between the two Peugeot drivers is now 31.3.
40, left, 20, slight right of a crest and flat 2 left, 90, remember, slight right, big stop up 30.
But just beyond the end of the stage, Breen is unable to fire up the engine. The end of stage 9 and the end of his rally.
Yeah, unfortunately we had a small fire when we came to the end of the stage, and it's burned some of the cables in the back of the engine, so it won't restart. And so now we're sitting here admiring the nice scenery and taking in the sun, and unfortunately not taking any part further in the rally. So.
Craig Breen's teammate Kevin Abbring is sweating during the second run of the Volcano stage. His power steering has failed. He stops and tries to reset the car. On the road section of stage 11, Abbring and co-driver Seb Marshall tried to repair the power steering belt, which has snapped. The belt also drives the alternator. Kevin and Seb arrive a minute late at the start of stage 11. and incur a 10-second penalty. Despite that, he still has no power steering.
We hadden mooi de wedstrijd met 2 auto's kunnen controleren.
Well, we could have been controlling the event with our 2 cars. Now it looks like a big challenge, he says, but I'm happy that we're here at last in service. Well, Abraham lost the lead with that time loss. Souza won the second run of the Volcano stage. It also went fastest through the final test of the day. Without launch control on his Fiesta RRC because of a problem, he's losing time at the start, but has the lead.
What we did this afternoon was pretty much good. So we know that we can improve a little bit here and there. And tomorrow, of course, we have to go flat out.
An awful day ends for Frenchman Robert Conseny, a day marred by punctures, broken drive shafts and a crash. Conseny's Peugeot is half destroyed, but he does manage to drag it sideways back into the service park. And the Delta Rally team sets to rebuild the 207, ready for leg 2. Born on the Azores, Pedro Miguel Carrero Vende, Paletta is a former striker for Paris Saint-Germain and the Portuguese national team. Paletta is also an ambassador for his native Azores. I'm Paletta, welcome to the Azores. We're here in São Miguel. So, you know, this isn't my sport, soccer is my sport, but I love rallying and I wanted to come down and be part of it myself. It's been a great effort by the organisers. They're trying to give the SATA Rallye Açores a bright future, because this rally is very important for us here in the Azores. They certainly lack nothing in passion. We head now for the first loop of leg 2, 3 stages at the far east of the island.
Right round fast and short.
Peugeot's Kevin Abraham is 16.3 seconds behind Luda Souza after the start of leg 3. He pushes hard, clatters a bank, but gets away with it.
100.
The drama's not over though. A massive moment almost ends his rally. But again, unbelievably, he gets away with it. Abraham is making mistakes trying to close the gap on Bernardo Souza. The Portuguese beats the Dutch driver by 7.1 seconds on stage 13 to take a 17.8 second lead on his home event. Will it be enough for Souza to take victory, or will Abraham fight back? We'll see in a couple of moments. But first, we'll take a look at the ERC Junior Championship. Rally Azores, the third of 7 events in the new ERC Junior Championship, a chance for drivers under the age of 25 to rally at top-level international competition. So these young men are hoping to become the stars of rallying's future. A variety of nationalities and experience levels are gathered here on the Atlantic archipelago of the Azores, some supported by their national motorsport federations like Italy's CSAI, the MSA in Great Britain, FFSA and RACB in France and Belgium. Junior ERC crews must include at least one loose surface event in their calendar, and since the season opener was on the snow in Latvia, this is their first and last chance to score points on a proper gravel rally, and for some, it's an entirely new experience. 23-year-old Belgian Gino Bucks has competed in only 4 rallies in his career, all on tarmac. Gravel is an entirely new challenge. He says the biggest difference is controlling the sliding. Here you drive with the back end mainly. That's very different to tarmac. In Belgium, there's only one rally that has even any gravel section, so we're not used to it like they are in France. This style of driving is totally alien to me. Well, suspension is totally different with the tarmac setup. Bigger, stronger, the brakes are smaller. We have a box here between the seats, a button for gravel mode and asphalt mode, and that gives you different engine mapping affecting what happens when you use the throttle.
I do actually have more experience on gravel, and I think it actually suits the Fiesta R2 a bit better. The chassis is really suited to the gravel surface and doesn't have the outright power of some of the other Peugeots and Renaults, but it's really good handling car, so hopefully on the tight twisty stages of Açores it will work perfectly.
Also different on gravel are the speeds, the traction, the braking distances. All of that affects the way that drivers create their pace notes with the co-drivers. Good pace notes are going to be vital when you're powering around the ridge of the island's volcanic peak at nearly 800 meters of elevation.
Droite monte et 30 mètres, droite plus d'engauchis, droite plus d'engauchis, droite douce, ferme plus, bref en frein, ferme plus bref en frein. Pour sommet gauche 30 plus pas extérieur, sommet gauche 30 plus pas extérieur, il ferme, sommet gauche 30 plus pas extérieur, 60 mètres. Oh là 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 là, fou mon ami. Oh là là.
What a wonderful stage. Oh my God. Really the best thing I haven't made in my life, I think. Really, really, really wonderful and really challenging.
Particularly challenging for several drivers. Alex Papotas goes out, breaking his steering column in that spin. Championship leader Jan Czerny rolled twice from second place out to the rally. And Risto Immonen, second place in his Citroën, also rolled. He nearly blocked the stage for the following Chris Ingram. Some spectators tried to stop Ingram passing, but Immonen's co-driver helped him to make it through. Well, all this attrition means that going into the final stage, Gino Bucks and co-driver Eric Bourget are in third place. They just have to make it through stage 17 without any mistakes.
C'est pas grave. Comment on va manœuvrer ici?
In one left turn, we had a bit of oversteer, and then we spun and put the front of the car on the rocks, and we had to ask the people to push the car, and it was really difficult. It's really a small mistake with big consequences. We are so happy to be here at the end of the rally, and we learned a lot. That was the target, and the finish line was also the target, so we are happy. Yeah, really happy.
Hopefully we'll have another battle in Ypres.
I hope.
Celebrating with winner Stéphane Lefebvre. Most impressive for Bucks to get a podium on his first ever gravel rally. He's got a sparkling future once he washes the champagne out of his overalls. Lefebvre, Ingram, Bucks, the podium in the Azores. Russian Vasily Gryazin is heading for third place overall on the Azores, his second podium finish of the season. At least he is until the penultimate stage. It's an insignificant off, but with a lack of spectators, it takes him nearly 20 minutes to get back onto the track, and he will lose third place. Stage 17, the final at one of the event, will decide the outcome. Sousa or Abring, they are separated by just 5.1 seconds, the advantage to the Portuguese driver. Abring is on a softer Michelin compound. Sousa on a harder Pirelli.
20.
Habring has a better feel now with his Peugeot. Finally, the balance seems to be spot on. On the last split, Sousa is 2 seconds faster than his Dutch rival. Habring's tyres, are they starting to fade?
Left up on with a small crest finish in 10 metres, right 27.
I had a nice pace in the last loop. I tried to do that the first loop as well, but the car surprised me a few times, and now I'm really happy about the car, so I can drive without any surprises. And if it's enough, I don't know. Obviously, I tried.
His time, 17 minutes, 41.6. Sousa was beating Habring on the last split. And his time, 17:40.5, 1.1 seconds faster. Bernardo Sousa celebrates winning the Rallye Açores. Tears of delight.
Day by day, stage by stage, we started to believe that it was possible. During this day, the stages and the fans pushing and cheering so much, so it's an incredible feeling. It's a dream come true.
Bernardo Sousa, day after his 27th birthday, gave himself one of the best birthday presents. Kevin Habring 6.2 seconds behind, and Jean-Michel Rowe in third position. The Colin McRae ERC Flat-Out Trophy awarded to Kevin Habring for his inspiring driving, showing mental strength to come back after his woes. 2 retirements in the previous 2 events. And despite retiring, it is Craig Breen who leads the Gravel Master standings. But this rally perhaps will be best remembered for the emotion of Bernardo Sousa. He and co-driver Hugo Magalhães claiming victory. And the day after, to make it even sweeter, his favourite soccer team, Benfica, took the Portuguese title. So that's it for the 2014 Rallye Açores. Next stop on the ERC calendar is the Gecko Ypres Rally, Belgium's iconic tarmac spectacular. You can't afford to miss it. We'll see you there.